And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikes and the Rams, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading him out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now he'll escape to his right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook running right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not. Get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Mike Zimmer staring down the referee. He's upset. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Kaepernick. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Oh, a good move. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Stafford going to give this to Akers. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-zip. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
That'll be caught by Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
45 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
He's picked off near his own 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. After the sack on first down. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. To throw is Stafford.
He'll get this underneath to Henderson.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Colin Kaepernick in the offense heading back out onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit? Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 29. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson
As the first half is winding down.
and the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it's polished off by a Viking score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And now some disagreement down to that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 108 yards on the ground for him so far. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Stafford. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Stafford's throw. It's complete into the hands of Higbee.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
To the air again, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Brings up 4th down. Johnny Hecker on the punt for the Rams.
Back now here on EA Sports. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On play action, it's Kaepernick. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. On 1st down, Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Nikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Shifts by him, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Joseph now to have the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand. Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Cook following the penalty. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were are they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.